What do you get when you take the very best features from the new maudio Oxygen Pro and you put them together with not just an 88 key weighted keyboard, but an 88 key graded hammer action keyboard? Well, I'll tell you what you get. You get the brand spanking new maudio Hammer 88 Pro. I feel so little behind this big box. Look at that, that's huge. Anyway, I am wicked excited to be able to open this up with you and show you what the Hammer 88 Pro looks like, talk through how it feels, some of the controls that it includes. And they've not only taken all of the very best from the maudio Oxygen Pro, all the faders, so everything that would be on the 61 key version, all the faders, all the knobs, all of the select, arm, mute, solo functions, as well as all of the smart chord, smart scale arpeggiation features, and they've packed that into the 88 key graded hammer action. And not only that, but they've increased the inputs and outputs on the back of this thing, which is insane. So I'm super excited. Ever since I sold my Korg SV1, I have been looking for an 88 key controller because I have the Nord Stage 3 Compact, which has a beautiful keybed. It's the semi-weighted, it's perfect for organs, it's perfect for electric pianos, but when it comes to playing pianos, nothing beats having weighted keys. And I've really missed that since selling that. And it's something that I've been looking into getting an 88 key controller, but all of the ones on the market didn't fit exactly what I was looking for. And so that's why I'm so excited about this. Number one, I love how the Oxygen Pro integrates with Pro Tools. It works perfectly every time, and I'm excited to see how this connects up. Hopefully it functions exactly the same, and I'm excited to have the addition because I have the 25 key Oxygen Pro. I'm excited to finally have the faders and some of the additional functionality you get with the full version of the Oxygen Pro. So let's open this up. I'm gonna show you what's inside, talk through what it feels like. We'll go through this together. Let's open her up. I'm gonna have to stand because this thing is quite large. So we've got a foam piece. This is always exciting to get new foam. Another piece of foam, gotta protect this. Guys, I'm really excited to see how the hammer action is on this because it's actually pretty heavy. And I realized that I get more styrofoam, which is pretty cool. And we're gonna just slide this little son of a gun out. It's actually way heavier than I thought it was gonna be. And I don't know the exact weight right now, but here we go. There it is. There it is. And that's all, folks. No, just kidding. We'll get this big box out of the way, then I'll show you exactly what it comes with. All right, so what this comes with is pretty much what the Oxygen Pro comes with. From a document standpoint, comes with a USB cable. So right here, we've got USB cable, and then we've got a Hammer 88 Pro quick start guide, safety instructions, warranty information, and then the little card, it tells you where to go register and download your software. We'll get back to that in a more detailed video. It also comes with a music stand, which is pretty cool. Not something I would use personally because using this in a studio setting or a live setting, I've already got music stand or some place to put the lyrics. But if you're buying this maybe for home use or something like that, and you want to have the music stand, it's nice that it comes with it. You ready for the big reveal? Ooh, that looks so nice. Whoo! You guys can't see it yet, but okay, let me get this off of here. Wow. This is quite exciting. You can tell it's built very solid. It actually has a metal front to it here. Now, some of the best parts of new gear, electronics, is this right here. You ready? Oh, woo! It stuck right to my armpit. It's signed. All right, we've got another one here. Check this out. I'm gonna get nice and close. That is sweet. Okay, guys, this is the most excited I've been in quite some time. Let me show you this music stand here. It's a two-piecer, right? So just stick the side that says maudio on it, faces you, slide that in the two holes right here. And then on the plastic piece, that goes on the bottom, and that just clicks down right in here, just like so. And that's what your music rests on. Beautiful. I like that it's not solid plastic. You can see through it. That's really nice. I am going to take it off just for the purpose of this video. There's actually red felt, just like you'd have on a grand piano, on the inside of this. The keys are very new, so they've got this like, very squeaky. What's cool about this is because it's graded hammer action, down low is going to be heavier than up high. And the reason that is in an actual piano, the lower the note, the thicker the string. The higher the note, the thinner the string. So on the lower notes, it takes a harder press on the key to make the same velocity note to that string than it does up high, where the strings are smaller, so you don't have to hit the hammer as hard against the string to get the same velocity. So when you see graded or progressive hammer action, it's heavier down in the lower registers, and as you get up towards the higher registers, it gets lighter. So the action doesn't seem too heavy in itself, which is nice. Obviously heavier than a semi-weighted, heavier than the semi-weighted that comes with the Oxygen Pro. But until we plug this in and see what it sounds like, which, subscribe so you don't miss that video, because we're gonna do a whole demo of turning this little guy on, talking about it in depth, playing piano sounds on here, testing out the pitch and the mod wheels. So stay tuned for that video. It'll be coming out really soon. Now over here on the left, you have a pitch and a mod wheel. They've got a nice rubbery feel to them, and I'm excited to see how their playability is. The keys themselves, again, they feel good. I'll have to do a comparison between these and maybe the Korg SV1 to get a good taste of how they feel compared to other digital pianos out there. I have a friend with a Roland digital piano as well. Maybe I can do a comparison there on just the feel, but I like the feel so far. I'm excited to see how the velocity settings are and how they map and sound. You know, the one thing I love about weighted keys is the ability to get some of those dynamics in there that you can't get with synth or semi-weighted action. So really excited to see how these perform. Up here on the left-hand side, again, metal body, both, everything actually. The sides are plastic, top is metal, front is metal, bottom, basically metal casing except for the end caps. You've got 9 faders and 9 buttons over here on the left-hand side. The buttons feel good. I feel like they're less clicky than the Oxygen Pro. Could be just because this is a much heavier keyboard, but I like the feel of them. They feel a little bit more solid, and they're a matte finish rather than the glossy finish that's on the Oxygen Pro. Faders, those feel good. They have good resistance to them. They're plastic faders, but again, it's a matte finish, not any glossy finish on them. So you've got the 9 faders. In the center here, you've got the same screen that's on the Oxygen Pro. It's a 3-line screen. That's where you perform any of the edits or things you need to change on the controller. You have your DAW selects, your smart chord, smart scale, arpeggiator, all of those right there. You've got 8 knobs across the right-hand side here, 16 velocity sensitive RGB pads. Excited to try those out. And then over here, one of my favorite features about the Oxygen Pro was the ability in Pro Tools using these 2 buttons over here on the right to switch between edit and mix view very quickly. I can already tell that this is going to be the centerpiece of my new studio setup, which is going to go right behind me. I'll be putting videos out as I start to build my home studio setup here, so stay tuned for those. But that's one of the things I love about the Oxygen Pro, which I haven't seen on other controllers, is the ability to switch between mix and edit view. We also have your transport controls right here: play, record, stop, loop, forward, backward, and your bank select buttons there. And then here you've got your mode selector, so you can select what function these buttons here do, whether it's marking them for record, selecting, muting, or soloing your tracks in your DAW. Outside of the buttons, the knobs, the pads, you've got some labeling down here This will be familiar if you're familiar with the Oxygen Pro, but you have the ability to change the parameters of your chord mode here. And you've got the ability to change the global MIDI channel with these keys here. A lot of that's done by holding Shift and tapping the key that corresponds with the label that's right here on the front panel. Now that we've talked about the controls, let's talk about the rear panel. So starting off here, we have our power port. Then we've got an on-off switch. This is something that I love in a controller, is an on-off switch. For some reason, I don't like having to plug it into the computer to turn it on and unplug it to turn it off. I want to leave it plugged in and just turn it on and off with a switch. Love that. Next, you've got the USB port. This would be for connecting to use the DAW functionality, to send MIDI notes, pad notes, all of that, perform firmware updates, anything like that would be this. Then you've got an expression pedal. Now this is something that I love that they included, is the ability to use an expression pedal with this. That's a volume style expression pedal. You can use that there. Then you've got your standard 5-pin MIDI in and out. And then you've got 3 more pedal inputs, a sustain and 2 other switch style foot pedal inputs. They have really given you everything you need, whether you're going to be using this on stage, connecting it to maybe another keyboard. I'm going to be doing some videos connecting this to the Nord Stage 3 Compact, so be on the lookout for those. But they've really given you all the tools you need to use this as the centerpiece for your DAW, which is what I'll be doing, as well as using this in a live setting or just at home, plugged into your computer, playing a virtual instrument. You've got your music stand, all of that goodness. Make sure you subscribe, like this video if you're excited about the Hammer 88 Pro. If you've got questions, throw them in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss all of the luscious videos coming out soon. As I plug this in, start using it, I'm gonna be putting out a lot of videos for you guys. Thanks for watching, stay inspired, and keep making that music.